Hey guys, Disler Magic here, and you're all probably wondering, well, now that the Pro Tour has happened and it's Tuesday, what cards went up? Because everybody said, Amonkhet, the cards were going to go up after the Pro Tour. Well, wrong, it's still a worthless pile of garbage. Single sellers across the board, I guarantee have lost money on it. I mean, it doesn't matter how big or how small, how efficient, how long-term you think your operation is. I absolutely guarantee you that no matter how big or small the single sellers are, they all lost money on this set. And I don't mean lost profit, I mean paid $100,000 for the cards and then took in like 60. We're talking like huge losses. I mean, I think my losses are stacked up 50, 60, maybe 65% right now. So I guess I could focus on the couple cards that aren't complete and utter garbage. Now, there isn't a terribly good way to measure this. MTGstocks.com is severely out of date. The prices are completely whack. They're basically useless. TCG Player uses complete pretend fantasy prices. They don't even track them over time properly in a viewable way, at least as far as I've seen. So I have to just go by what I remember a while ago versus what appears to be the price now. The number one star is Pull From Tomorrow, and I'm not real convinced that anybody's actually playing that in Standard. There has to be some modern Legacy or Vintage deck that runs this because the card is just utter garbage. I mean, it's an instant okay if you're playing sit there and counterspell them on their own turn, and then if they don't cast anything, you play Pull From Tomorrow, okay. But this is like so much worse than Anticipating Glimmer. So draw X cards, then discard a card, double blue X. So for 2 mana, it does nothing. For 3 mana, it still basically does nothing. For 4 mana, it's complete and utter garbage because you'll draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Well, not this one. So there better be something else in your hand. Either that or let's hope that one of the 2 cards you pulled is bad. So it's arguably, you could say, 1 card draw for 4 mana. That's, I mean, compared to like Divination, that's completely ridiculous. Now, if you scale it way up to like 6 mana, it's still a garbage version of like Dragonlord's Prerogative, I think. Yeah, it's a spell that's an instant that costs double blue, then 4, and it just outright draws you 4 cards. So with Pull From Tomorrow, 6 mana, you would draw 4 and then discard 1. I mean, not necessarily out of the pool that you drew, but so this is worse than Dragonlord's Prerogative, and I know, yes, that card is no longer legal, but at almost any mana level, there's a better card than this. So what I'm thinking is somebody must have a way to cast this for like a reduced amount, or I don't know, you can't really clone it. I don't know, if anybody knows what the hell makes this card $6.99, I would love to hear it because I'm completely at a loss. I mean, Painful Truths is a better card than this. Anything that draws cards is a better card than this. I mean, I suppose people could play it with Madness. I don't know. I don't recall Red Blue Madness being really big right now. So yeah, that card, I think it was like $1 or something originally, and boom, $7. I don't understand it. You got me. According to MTG Goldfish, which I hate because it's net decking central, the people who made that website should be ashamed of themselves. It's basically in the Torrential Gear Hulk deck, like, you know, blue anything control, basically. Blue-red specifically, though. Not a very popular or successful deck, honestly, but I don't know. I mean, allegedly it went 8-1 at the Pro Tour, whatever the hell that means, since you play 16 games. Oh, do you know what? The deck it's most prevalent in plays 1 copy of it. Can somebody please explain to me why this card isn't garbage in something? I would love to hear it. Now, the clear winner that I can very easily explain is Dread Wanderer. It's just basically Scrap Heap Scrounger 2.0. People don't like the Embalm mechanic, probably because it's just white, and I don't know, people aren't playing white, I guess. But, well, actually, they are now, I should say. They're just a little bit, and they're actually playing Embalm, but not for the reason you think. So, Dread Wanderer enters the battlefield tapped, which is very annoying. It is a 2-1 for 1, so already, obviously, very close to a card from, I think, Theros. Then, if you pay 3, you can return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped, obviously. Only if you have one or few cards in hand and only at sorcery speed, but whatever. You can bring him back over and over and over. So you got your Death Trigger, you got your Zombie ETB, you got your Zombie Tribal Boost. He's a 2-1 for 1. He is just plain good. If you get him out on turn 1, you don't really need to necessarily block. I mean, there's only 1 or 2 1 costs with haste right now. Funny thing is, people are actually playing it. But yeah, a creature that could just come back over and over and over, just a throwaway creature, absolutely amazing. Now, I think Combat Celebrant went up a little bit, but a lot of vendors are kind of hesitant to drop a Mythic down too far anyway, so it wasn't exactly, you know, a 50-cent card before, but yeah, he's really good. I've played against decks with him in it. You better kill him. Liliana's Mastery is holding at 4. That's, of course, zombies you control get +1/+1. It's basically always watching for zombies. It does cost 5, though, so it's not played that much. Usually not a 4 of. But when it enters the battlefield, you create 2 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Hello. The other card that suddenly flew off the shelves, and I mean it literally flew off my shelves and into some stuff all at once. I think I sold 16 of these instantly. I mean, it was insane. Plague Belcher. No surprise, if you look at it, you probably thought even before this went up in price, wow, that should be more expensive. First of all, Menace. Secondly, 5/4. Third, it costs 3. A 5/4 with Menace for 3. I mean, what the hell? So when it enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control, obviously implying you should put it on him. Whenever another zombie you control dies, hello synergy, each opponent loses 1 life. Holy crap. Did I mention there's a bunch of crap that can come back, like Relentless Dead? Oh, and, you know, the card I just mentioned. So, a 5/4 with Menace for 3. Who cares about the rest? I've got an idea. When he enters the battlefield, post-trigger, boom, drop the 2 -1/-1 counters on a zombie token. Oh, look, another zombie died. Yes, you can trigger it that way. Each opponent loses 1 life. Boom. And then you've got a 5/4 with Menace. That card is insane. Absolutely mental. Now, other than that, it seems like we're almost universally going after black-white zombies cards because black-white zombies is huge right now. We knew that even before the Pro Tour. Anointed Procession, which I keep spelling wrong every time I look it up and it's pissing me off. I swear it had 3 N's in it. Guess it doesn't. So it's pretty good. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice as many. So it's basically Second Harvest except good. So, I mean, yeah, it's a 4-cost enchantment. It's slow as hell. That's why I just have a hard time believing that white-black zombies is good or competitive, but the Pro Tour would suggest otherwise. Honestly, the 2 decks that just ran the whole Pro Tour, they're both complete and utter garbage and have glaring weaknesses. The only reason they won is because nobody was prepared for them. It's white-red vehicles all over again. Wow, look what did great, until everybody's sideboards and main boards against it, and then all the decks are garbage. So I wouldn't invest too heavily in black-white zombies. It's a good deck, but it's not good enough. So yeah, doubling the zombie tokens that you bring out, very, very, very important. Although I thought the deck, people said, won so quickly. Why would you want to like lose your whole turn on this and then start stacking it the next turn and the next turn? I don't get it. For 4 mana, you should just bring out like 2 zombies or something. Whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's some big zombie flood strategy. I don't know. Commit to Memory went up a little bit because it's freaking hilarious. It's like Remand except good. I mean, it's dreadfully overpriced and you don't draw a card, but still, Remand is not a counterspell. It's not even a good spell. It's a very specific tactic to use in Modern, but that's it. Otherwise, it's really not a good spell. So, you put a target spell or non-land permanent into its owner's library second from the top. That is some funny crap. I mean, even just like taking a creature on the battlefield and putting it on the top of their library, that is like hilarious. I love that. This is one step beyond, although then they get to draw a real card and well, whatever. But yeah, the Aftermath is Memory, obviously. Each player shuffles his or her hand and graveyard into his or her library, then draws 7 cards. I mean, that's cool. Blue control, why not? I mean, you could just well, actually Torrential might not work so great with this, but it's just a good card. And of course, Never Return, that kind of maintained price, crept up maybe a little bit, 350. Destroy target creature, planeswalker, duh. The return part sucks. It does create a zombie though, so I could see why that's creeping up a little bit. So other than that, nothing great. I mean, I don't know, like Soulscar went down, Gideon went down. There was more stuff going down than up, so generally the price or the value of this set seems to have gone down, unfortunately. So that sucks. I know Drakehaven crept up a little bit. I mean, it's like $250 a card. I mean, yeah, it's a cycling card. It's very good. It's just, I think it's a little slow, a little late. I'm waiting for Channeler Initiate to go up. I think there's still some room for that one. But, you know, all the cards that people thought were going to do well, Cut to Ribbons is only $2. Prowling Serpapart is only $2. There's some really, really good looking cards that are still incredibly inexpensive. Dispossess, I don't even know. I think it's like $1. Champion of freaking Ronus is $1.50 while Eldrazi Titans are legal in the game. I can't even explain that. I have no words for why that is. I guess control is too oppressive, removal is too good, and the game's too fast for a 4-cost. I guess that's about it. I mean, when he swings Exertum, you can drop something from your hand onto the battlefield for free. That is insane. So, do I think there's another meta shift coming? Abso-frickin-lutely. Do I think cards like Glorybound Initiate are going to rocket up in price sometime in the near future? It's very, very, very possible. That card is insanely powerful. A 4/4 lifelinker for 2. I mean, that's crazy. That is madness. But other cards that looked really good, like Archfiend of Ifnir, no, it's just too slow. A 5-cost, it's just too slow. And by then, they'll be holding a counterspell, and they'll know it's coming, and they could Lost Legacy it. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's an insanely darn good card, but, I mean, a 5/4 flyer for 5, I mean, that's not bad, but it's a little bit too slow for the meta right now. And that's a shame. I would have loved to see that card, you know, do something. I'm sure somebody's playing it somewhere. Harvest Season 2, the one that goes and gets like 11 frickin' forests out of your deck and puts them straight onto the battlefield. That's under $1. I mean, there's so many surprises here. This is just crazy. But yeah, overall, I mean, arguably noticeably going up, maybe 3 cards, and then like 10 went down. So yeah, Amonkhet's still garbage. So that's a shame. So I don't know if you didn't look into it yourself, unless I missed something, nothing really shot up in price at all. And I don't know, a lot of the cards that were popular at the Pro Tour, I looked at a couple deck lists, just kind of skimmed them. Looks like they're just not from Amonkhet. So, oh well, I mean, Hour of Devastation could still manipulate the hell out of the prices, but remember, that will be the 8th set to be legal and standard, giving people the most reasons to not buy it. So unless there's a hell of a lot of, like, well, zombie synergy, I don't know, zombies are already kind of high. Like Kalitas, Drana, Liliana, they're getting up there, and those are more powerful anyway. But maybe we'll see something with -1/-1 counters that's really oppressive that people can run. I don't know. There's still some room to make some of the mechanics better, so I wouldn't go just ditching all your cards for 10 cents on a buy list. So hopefully that report doesn't dismay you too much, because, I mean, the positive side, I mean, hello, I outlined it. The 2 top decks are so beatable, it's comical, and it costs nothing to build just about any deck right now. I mean, seriously, basically anything other than a net deck right now is like $30 or less. So I like it. Anytime I can build decks for cheap, I like it. I mean, I'll still complain about the cost of sleeves, but other than that, I'll love it. So hopefully this video helped you out a little bit, and I'll see you guys next video.